What's going on YouTube? How's it going? Today we are here again in Denai Primary School, which is located here in Kenya. We are on the ground again with A Better World Canada, conducting a couple day clinic on physical therapy, occupational therapy, here to help the community out. So this clinic here is for the people in the community. A lot of the parents here have traveled a considerable distance to bring their children here because a lot of these parents have children with some form of developmental disabilities like cerebral palsy or some kind of issue with their legs or spine or something along those lines. And so one of the major things that we're doing here is actually helping to educate these parents to help them realize that, you know, what their children has, it is going to be a challenge, but it doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. And really what the job of the therapists are is to be able to work with these parents to help give them exercises and basically train them how to help their children have the most function out of life. So George, what's going on here? Looks like a lot of hard work.
Well, I was asked to assemble one of these things, and that was the original copy that they sent me a picture of, and I decided that I could make 3 of them if I stuck pieces inside of pieces inside of pieces, like the Russian dolls deal. Anyway, I did, and I got the one finished and one almost finished, and the other one is made a mistake, so I have to get some more parts. But they're sturdier than the old design because they were only taped together. This one's properly glued together with. So it's been quite a challenge, but I'm sure it'll be better than they had.
Very good. Good. Good.
Aya, twende.
Good job.
So I want to introduce you guys to someone important. This here is Thomas. Thomas is one of the local therapists that works here. Something that's great about A Better World is not only do they bring teams in to assist, but they actually partner with local therapists on the ground. And Thomas has been working with A Better World Canada for how long now?
For 5 years down the line.
5 years.
Yeah.
And you wanted to share with us a story of Gideon. This is Gideon. Go ahead and tell us.
Gideon Story was run off by a train and both legs was amputated. Okay, when Gideon came to this school, he was traumatized, he was psychologically disturbed. But when he came to this school, he learned and he realized, oh, there are so many children with disabilities like him, the same with him. When Gideon came in these schools, he was crawling, but we took Gideon to Nakuru, make an artificial leg for him. And that is, you can see Gideon, he can walk just like anybody.
This here with me is Gideon, who is 15 years old in the 7th grade. And I was just talking to him, hearing his story, and you were telling me what you wanted to do after you finish school. What do you want to be when you grow older?
I would like to be a surgeon.
To be a surgeon? Yeah. So you can help other children, adaptive children also. Yeah. Wow, that's incredible. How do you feel being here with the Denai School?
I'm feel happy to be here.
Very happy to be here. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you.
So right now we're taking a little bit of a break from all the work and going on a hike with some of the guys.
Yeah. What about you? What about you?
No. We're partway up, but check out the view so far. Those red roofs right there, that's the school. So we finally reached the top, and the guys are telling me that this is a very traditional spot where they all get circumcised around ages 9 to 15. A group of, maybe a dozen or 20 of them come up together and they live up here for a couple of weeks, maybe even a month or 2. But yeah, it's a little different than how we do them back home. So one of the major components of this project is actually taking place inside behind me. In the room behind me there is a training session going on. One of the things that we do a lot here is to actually help provide more education for the parents that are taking care of their children. So what kind of stuff are we sharing with the parents here? What kind of things are they learning?
We shared some videos about children with cerebral palsy. Some of these are international, showing pictures and stories of children with disabilities throughout the world. And you know, the ladies were quite surprised that some of these children are outside of Africa, that children outside of Africa actually have the same sort of thing that they have. And that was quite a revelation to them, and they said that to me. So, you know, this education is so important.
So this is Susan. She's one of the therapists with us on the trip right now. So what was going on in here today?
Today we were seeing children from the community, from the local community. So they found out that we were going to be here a few weeks ago, and they arranged to make their way here, and we were just doing assessments of the children, just trying to give advice to the parents, an idea of what might be going on with the child, giving them some exercises to work with, and just trying to ease their lives as much as possible.
So we are wrapping up today after a long day of clinics and working. It's really cool to see the stories and to see just the impact that A Better World is having here on the ground. Really is inspiring to see a lot of these kids, their curiosity, their love for life. It's pretty awesome. So if you ever get a chance to in the future, I'd really encourage you guys to try going on a trip with A Better World Canada. You definitely don't want to miss out. This is good. So this is Kevin, and Kevin apparently drew me. There I am with my red shoes and everything. I don't know if I have red shoes, but it looks awesome. Good job.